Okay, so we're resuming this draft from yesterday. We have one win and two losses, which is not good. The deck is, we made a critical error with this card. For some reason, I thought this card had flying. I mean, I looked at the art, and it just looked like a flying creature to me. I mean, I'm looking at it now, and I see that it's walking, but it looked like it was flying for some reason, and I didn't read the card properly. So I played the entire last match thinking that this was going to win me the game from flying, and clearly that didn't happen. So I do think the deck is like okay-ish. I am starting to wonder though if we need, I think we need bigger bombs. And like, I think that's just a mistake I've been making in general with drafting, not taking cards like, you know, that when I look at a card I say, well, that's kind of an overpriced card that doesn't do a whole lot for the cost or whatever. I think I need to be a little bit less picky about that and take some of those, because when you end up looking at my decks, they always end up being like, okay, look at the end of my curve. It's just I've got this guy and this, which is a 3/3, and I've got a Partick Wanderer. I mean, I don't have this deck was supposed to curve out and win by other means, but I think in this format, in drafting, in limited, I think you generally, unless you're really, really aggressive, I think you do have to have those bombs in your deck just to be able to drop them and have something that wins you the game on its own. Okay, so do we want to change? Take out Partick Wanderer, put in Yargle maybe? It's not great. Maybe we keep the Partick Wanderer in there and take out... So we have a lot of cards in here that that bump up the Archaeologist, but I have to wonder like how important that really is versus just like having more creatures that do stuff. Because like this doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, it does some stuff for especially for 1 mana, but the Trapper, I felt the Trapper was actually doing quite well with our game plan. Maybe we don't need 2 of these and we put the Partick Wanderer in instead. This can help close out the game with damage, I guess, but it's let's do one less of that. And it can help us not need so heavily to rely on the swamps. All right, this sounds fine. And I'm trying to just kind of chill out a little bit and not worry so much about doing super well. You know, like, I want to play as best I can, but I don't want to get discouraged when, you know, when I don't win as much as I'd like to or whatever. I think this is a good keep. We have Knight of Malice. We have pretty much all the stuff we want for early game. I don't know if anyone's in chat right now. I don't think so. I'm trying to find how to open the chat. It's so confusing on this YouTube thing. Maybe one person is watching. Let's see. And I accidentally closed the live dashboard. That's cool. Okay, pop out chat. Where is that? There it is. Okay, so he's blue. Let's just show the... Yeah, we'll just show the plays, I guess. I don't know how important it is to say, like, what we're going to show. Like, how likely is that going to change what he's going to play? Probably not very likely, but there's no reason to... Well, I could have just showed black, I guess. That would have made more sense, maybe. Because then he wouldn't know I had any white going on, but it's hard for me to know if it really matters or not. This is nice, though. He is running white, so we're going to have hexproof from white. If he has any white removal spells, he won't be able to use them on this. But then again, most white removal spells are pretty expensive. and I'm not protected from combat tricks, so not super relevant. Okay, we picked up a mountain, that's good. We could choose to hide the mountain. I mean, knowing that we splash red might give him some information that we'd rather he doesn't have, and there's no reason to put it down yet. Do I want to attack? Yeah, I think I do, because this might get tapped anyway if I don't attack. I might as well just get the damage in. I don't think he'll block. I have first strike, his mana's not tapped out. With this deck, I feel it is relatively important that we get that early damage in. We don't have a lot of late game threats. We don't have a lot of bombs. So a lot of our game plan is stuff like just getting creature damage in. There would have been a consideration for holding this and then so we can buff the Archaeologist one more time. I just didn't want to do it because so like we could play this, but we want to get the buff with this basically. But I didn't want to hold the glider. I think it's very important that we actually get these attacks in. I probably should have attacked before I played this. Just if he wants to use removal to stop any of these attacks, which is unlikely, but he might want to. We just generally, you want to summon stuff during your second main phase and not pre-combat, if possible. So that's just a bit of a mistake. Things are looking pretty good so far, but you know, it can all change really fast, for sure. He shouldn't have done that. Now I just get to buff the Archaeologist again when I play the Glider again, unless he's got an answer for this, maybe. I mean, I would have... He bounced this because it costs more mana, but the giving the Archaeologist another +1/+1 is not good if you can avoid it. And bouncing this would have made him take 1 less damage as well. So, not sure what he's got going here. Okay, so he graveyarded some of my stuff. We lost Shivan Fire and Yargle. Don't really care about Yargle, but I would have liked to have Shivan Fire. Okay, so we're going to play this after combat. No, we need to play it right now so that it's buffed and doesn't die to the Trapper. So that would be an exception to what I just talked about earlier. And we all attack. He has no mana up. He shouldn't be able to do anything here. And this makes it... This is like a tax for him to attack. So if he tries to attack, he has to pay mana. Just to attack me. And that often is going to be irrelevant. But when he does want to attack me, like let's say he has a 5-drop right now and he does want to attack. He probably wouldn't want to attack into this, but you know, just imagine he has multiple creatures he wants to attack with and some combat tricks and stuff. It just really, it saps his mana down and he doesn't have the options available that he otherwise would like to have. So we're going to play Partick Wanderer, I think, next turn, assuming the board state stays similar. I mean, I think he's probably lost. He could throw down some crazy bomb that would turn things around. Single target removal is not going to save him, I don't think. He doesn't... The Archaeologist is the clear target, I guess, but, you know, if you remove the Archaeologist, use all your mana to kill the Archaeologist, you're still facing 5 damage and you're at 7. Okay, that's helpful at least. I have to be careful that this doesn't get buffed, because I don't have any removal in hand right now. Still no removal. Yeah, so this is much more of an even fight. Still not good for him. We can... I put slight consideration to play the Glider just because I know it can get damaged through. But buffing this to a 5/5 could force him to double block, and then I'm just gonna get 5 damage through anyway. I kind of just like that. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's the play. So yeah, I mean, he doesn't really want to lose his unicorn if he can help it, I guess. But he's going to lose it. And this thing has trample, which is very relevant at this point. He is blue, though. Blue has a number of things that could, I don't know. I think this board is, with this board and health total, there's not a whole lot he could do. And when you're in a position like this, you want to start thinking, like, if I'm this far ahead, what is, what's the only thing I can mess up, you know? Like, I need to play conservatively and not throw my lead away. Okay, so he threw some removal down on my Wanderer. I've got a combat trick available now, a glider. I'm going to end up probably playing both of these this turn. But I might as well just attack first and see what he does. The fungal infection is going to allow this to trade into something. This has first strike. He might just block it as a chump block. Not attacking is possible, but I think here what I want to do is just trade, hope that he trades, and then let the glider win the game for me if possible. Because, like, his health is low, he's out of cards. If I can clear his board, even if my board gets sort of cleared, I'm going to have a fungal token and a glider, and he's not going to have any stuff down. Whoops, what just happened here? Okay, he's double blocking. So, do I fungal it? This is going to first strike, kill this. And then, are they all going to die, or am I missing something? Alright, let's just see what happens. I don't actually... I'm feeling sort of confused. Okay, yeah, that's a good trade for me. Okay, cool. And he's no mana available, so he can't counter this. It's looking pretty good here. Oh no, that didn't die. Okay. So if he does attack, I don't think he will. Yeah. He has to block now. If he were playing black at all, I would consider holding a land just so he doesn't make me discard something, but he can't make me discard, I don't think. Okay, so this deck does have potential, I think. The losses I took, and we really want to be winning 4-5. Like I said, I don't want to stress too hard about winning a lot, but the thing I'm trying to do now is use all my gold on quick draft to farm gems to do competitive draft. Competitive draft costs 1,400 gems, so you can see if I don't win like decently on these quick drafts, I'm just never going to get the gems to do competitive draft. I do kind of like that the quick draft is a different expansion than the competitive draft right now. It's kind of cool in some ways, though I would kind of like to get more practice on Guilds of Ravnica, but it is nice to be able to play Dominaria as well. Okay. I think this is borderline, but I'm going to keep it because I have a solid 2-drop. I have really my best removal card in hand. This could be played as a 2-drop if absolutely necessary, but you really don't want to. This card, I watch YouTube videos and stuff of a lot of really good players. They all value this card really high. As a 6-drop, you pay 6 mana with it. You get to take a sorcery card back. Okay, wait. You may put it in your hand. So he's got this in his hand. What? You don't lose. I don't understand what this card does. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. So is it like a mana battery? Is that what it is? Until end of turn. No, until end of turn. It is still like a mana battery, I guess, but only until end of turn. Is what it sounds like. Alright, so yeah, we just play the unicorn here. Or no, we have Knight of Malice. Whoa. But we don't have a swamp. Okay. So there's the unicorn then. No, we definitely want to draw a swamp then. And for people that just joined, I'm currently 2-2 in a quick draft, so if I lose this, I'm out. It's feeling okay though. I think we've got some decent stuff. This is a tricky turn. We don't really know what his deck is trying to do. This guy has haste. He's likely going to play it next turn, and he'll have a 3-4 haste out. This is a 1-3, just really doesn't do anything. The question is like, do I play this right now as a 1-3? Yes or no? Charge isn't going to let me kill that when it comes out. I could double block it with charge, but that's not good, I don't think. Not when I can eviscerate it if I just draw a swamp. So, not that I necessarily want to use eviscerate on this, but I just don't think playing Gitu as a 2-drop is strong enough to consider doing when he's not actually putting active pressure on me. Okay. So he's going to equip the sword onto this. Yeah. The pressure is going to mount now that he's doing this, but this has lifelink, so like even if he's swinging for 4 a turn, I'm just going to swing through and heal 2 of that. So it's not a huge deal. 1 swamp and I can eviscerate it. I still don't think I'm excited about eviscerating this guy. I feel like a deck like this probably has bigger threats lined up. Another short sword, okay. So we didn't get a swamp, unfortunately. It's getting to be pretty annoying to not have that. But we just attack here. I mean, playing Gitu, the advantage I see to Gitu right now is that we're actually putting pretty good damage on him. If he's all-inning on this one guy and just attacking with it, Gitu is going to let us put a little pressure in, but it's just one attack, so it could get buffed a little better with charge. I just don't think it's worth it, quite honestly. I think we've already got an eviscerate in hand. If we draw enough more mana, 2 more, we already have 1. We draw 1 more mana, we'll be able to kick this and get eviscerate back. I think that's more valuable than playing a 1-3 right now. Okay, he's ramping some more then. This can chump. He wouldn't chump block with this, I don't think. But he could combat trick or something. Alright, whatever. 5-6, getting a little bit scary. We do need to draw an answer of some form. Whether that's another creature, a swamp to use the removal, etc., etc. I don't know. We need something though. Or this is going to slide out of control. Damn it. Okay, that's really bad. The Partick Wanderer is 2 turns away, assuming we draw land next turn. Oh no, it will be next turn playable if we get land, but it's not even good against a 5/6. We could use the charge on it, I guess. I still don't think this is worth playing. I think the winning play is drawing a good thing. We do have a few turns left. If he develops another big threat right now, it's going to look pretty bad for us, I think. It looks like that's what he's going to do. There's a lot of mana. Okay. So I don't know that we could ever win this now. And this is just one of the dangers of splashing in a color like black. You know, our deck is white. I guess our deck is white-black with red splash, right? So it's pretty unlikely that you wouldn't draw a swamp for so long. The main difference, if we had drawn the swamp, we would have had Knight of Malice would have been out a long time ago and been hitting for 2 every turn. He might have been like pretty low by now, but at this point there's just nothing. We will take 9 damage next turn. Well, I mean, these both have flying. That's the real issue here. It's only going to cost me a few minutes more to play this out, so I will play it out. I don't see what we could possibly do, but I'll play it out. So he did move a short sword onto the dragon. He could choose to move that back so that I don't get a block here. If I had the mana to charge, that would help a lot for if he decides to do that, but I don't have the mana for it. There's no way I could have held it. I needed to put that Wanderer down. So he's not going to re-equip, I don't think, or maybe he is. He could also just attack the dragons and just leave this dude here, which is totally good. Okay. Jesus Christ. I was just about to say, his life is a little bit low, and he did a big attack. We might be able to push through some damage somehow, but no. We just lost. So we went 2-2. It's not good. I do think the way we splashed the color, I don't know that. Oh no, 2-3, not 2-2. The black, we should have drawn a swamp. Maybe I didn't have the right amount of swamps in there, but I think there were enough swamps that the likelihood was there, and it just didn't happen. So a little bit unlucky, I guess. Okay. So we'll do another quick draft from the start. And you can see, like, so I have 5, almost enough gold to draft 2 more times. But if I only win 2, I'm only getting 200 gems, and it's costing like 1,400 gems to competitive draft. Because really, you need to be getting like these numbers of gems to have any chance of regularly doing competitive draft. The gold is pretty easy to get, quite honestly. Like, you just play a bit every day and you get it. Okay. Is this worth taking? I mean, I just got done saying our decks never have enough bombs in them. This is a bomb, for sure. But it's... it takes 3 colors. not undoable, but it's really hard to say. Wizard's Lightning is really good. Huh. I'm just asking myself, like, how hard is it to splash all that in? It shouldn't be that hard, if, assuming we like play as black-red or something like that, or black, just any of those two colors, and then we just need a little bit of, because it's such a late game card, you're gonna have that one extra land. It does make the deck a bit less consistent, and I think if you're playing this, you kind of want to have some green ramp available so that you can get your mana out faster, because it's a 7-drop. Let's take it though. I said we need the bombs, and we need the bombs. That's more important than removal, I think. I think this does make us say we do not want to take white. We do not want to take blue, which sucks because this is good, this is good, and the other stuff not so good. The shepherd's okay. Chronicler is of course is okay. It's just like I don't know what our deck is going to look like yet, and this could be good. This could be good. This is a more all-around solid pick. This is kind of like more situationally good. I'll take this. This is ramp. So Whisper is always pretty solid. Well, Whisper's solid in certain types of decks. Fire Intervention is it's so good. Like we do need some ramp. The problem with Llanowar Elves kind of though is like it's mostly best as a 1-drop. Later on it just becomes kind of like forest with upside. Whereas as a 1-drop it really ramps you significantly. I think we're going to take the removal though. Hmm. 4 mana 4/4 or an 8 mana 7/7. Yeah. This is a recurring threat, sort of. Dark Bargain is good as well. I'm leaning toward creatures this time though. I just don't want to. I want to have a deck where it's like, yeah, we have a bunch of stuff that will win us the game. I'm tired of having these synergies and stuff that just doesn't win us the game. No, that's not good. I might want to take some memorials later. I think the red one is the worst one though, for sure. By the time you have enough mana to want to do that, your opponent also has enough mana. They don't care if you kill a land, really. This is an okay card. I don't think in this deck is what we're looking for, though. I'm going to take Fungal. Dark Bargain again. Another worm. Or no, we don't have a worm yet. This is... Yeah, like, so if we kick this, it's a 7 mana 7/7. This is a 6 mana 7/6. So you can see how the versatility has a bit of a cost attached. We don't exactly have a lot of ramp. We would like to get some ramp, but this is I think the Gorger is a better card than the Worm. I'll take the Dark Bargain, I guess. I really don't like this card. Then again, I don't think I want to play a Cyclops. I don't like that card either. This is like only good if you draw a lot of land and you just want to get it down faster. I did say we need ramp though. I'm going to take this. I don't know if we're going to play it, but the other choices are all pretty bad. No, that's not good. I think this is just such a lackluster card. I'm not going to take it. I'll take Run Amok. We might want some combat tricks, I guess. This is ramp in a way. I'll take it just because everything else kind of sucks. The reason I don't like this card very much is because with these stats, like Death Touch on a 5/5, it's kind of like a 5/5 generally kills stuff anyway, and you're paying extra because it has Death Touch. It's just kind of weird. Oh, there's our ramp we got. Yeah, that's really good. Let me make sure we don't want to take any of this other stuff. That's also a ramp, I guess. No, that's very situational. I don't want to do that. This is really good. Song of Freyalius is just better, though. We will need to pick up more cheap stuff to make it good value, but that's fine. There's some cheap stuff. Well, this is debatable. Probably here. This is okay. Like, it's debatable. I think this can be played earlier. It's going to synergize better with Freyalius, so we'll take that. Another intervention. Yeah, I think that's the take here. It's a tricky decision here. This is not necessarily ramp, but we do have a Gorger that we could use. This could help us kick the Gorger out earlier. We don't have any other kick stuff though. And it doesn't have an attack value, it's just a 0/2. Whereas the Shepherd is like, it's going to synergize with Freyalius, and even without Freyalius, this is a good card. I almost took this earlier, so... There's another Gorger. I think that's... I like this card because, in this deck at least, because a 4-mana 4/4 is reasonable. This potentially could be ramp, but you have to have a lot of elves. How many elves do we have? There's one. We have one elf. This is another elf. But that doesn't count. I don't know. I don't think we can... I don't think that's very good. This is like... I kind of want to take this just so I have it for constructed. Because I know there's some constructed decks that need this. Kosan Druid is questionable. It's a playable 3-drop. Which this could ramp us though, if we got enough elves. But it's a 3-mana 1/1. Like, I guess it's a 3-mana 1/1 that can function as a forest at the minimum. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. we can slightly increase our prioritization of elves going on from here on out. I find this card really underwhelming, honestly. I've played it a few times. It just kind of dies easily and it's really expensive. I like Thallid here. Skinwitch is good. These are all pretty bad. I mean, Soul Salvage is the best card, but I don't think I really want to run it in the deck. Oh, another song. Wow. Some really good stuff in here. We have... I mean, I'm not going to run that, but Garna would be totally playable in this deck. You can see what this does is you can haste with it, and anything that dies just comes right back to life. So it's a pretty good attack card. We're not exactly early aggro though, but Song of Freyalise can kind of help change that. We have all these tokens we're going to buff with it. We could just drop this down. But I don't think the tokens would count as creature cards, because they don't go into the graveyard. So I think I just take a second song. This is like almost worth splashing blue in for, but we're just looking at so many colors if we do that. Vicious Offering is probably what we want to take here. Shivan Fire maybe instead. No, I think Shivan Fire is just better than Vicious Offering maybe, because I'd rather pay a kicker cost than sack a creature. Yeah. Another one of these. Fire Intervention. This is really... fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, I just snap pick this, I think. Thallid. I'm not really prioritizing the Skinwitch here, just because I feel like in a deck like this, where we have these really big 6 drops, I just kind of want to play these big 6/7 drops. I just want to play them as my thing. I don't want to like 6 drop a Skinwitch, really. Same kind of deal with this. Like, this can be played as a 4, 5, 7 drop, and it mind controls, but I'd rather just kind of take not so big on any of these, honestly. Like, maybe the Acolyte. We don't have any flying stuff. It could kind of help. It heals us. I don't like we have Soul Salvage if we want it to put stuff in the graveyard, but yeah, I'll just take the Phantom maybe. So this is like, normally this card I don't like that much, but we are black, red, green, so we already have the red in there. I feel like it's kind of overpriced, but I'm just going to take it. Like, I'm probably not going to play any of this other stuff anyway, so... Wow, we got Garna. Okay. Didn't think that was going to come back around. Okay. This is a kind of going to be a mess to build the deck from because we just have so much stuff going on here. So, 2 Song of Freyalise. We ideally want to get a good chunk of cheap creatures in there. With that said, the really weak 1-drops, I'd rather not include. I took this as a 1-drop because it has 1-drop with upside. It can help us channel with Freyalise. Skin Witch, maybe we keep it, but probably not. I was thinking like I could, if I have Freyalise in hand, maybe I just play it because I know it's worth the value there. Chronicler, we have a ton of removal. I don't know if we're going to keep that, but we'll see. Same deal with this though. Maybe if Freyalise is in hand, we just drop it. How many elves did we end up actually running? Well, this is an elf too, right? Maybe we keep that for Marwyn. Gives us like a second way to ramp, possibly. Like realistically, you know, I talked about we want to make sure we have threats that win the game. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't think we need that. We still have to cut 9 cards here. I'm not gonna do combat tricks. I don't think a deck like this can really afford to run that many combat tricks. Even like Soul Salvage, I don't think it matters to do that because, you know, if we only had like one big threat, I can see like, yeah, we need to be able to bring it back, blah, blah, blah. But in this kind of deck, no, I don't think so. Same kind of, like this is mostly, I like having it in this format because there are a lot of like Saproling and token decks, and this can shut them down a little bit. But the 3 damage to the player is usually not that good. We do have to kind of cut heavily here. I really do want to have like a 1-drop, a few 1-drops. We have 1-drop. Just having one even, just for the, if we have Song in our opening hand, you imagine you really benefit a lot if you can have a 1-drop down there already. But realistically, it's more going to be like a turn 3 play or something, turn 3 or 4 play. And that's when it's going to be the strongest. So I don't think it's super high priority to have that. Let's drop it. We don't have any real artifact synergy or anything like that. I like Dark Bargain just as like a card draw mechanism, because otherwise we really don't have that. If we start stalling out on land and stuff like that, it can be good to have. I'm going to cut that. 2 Gorger seems a little crazy, like a little bit too much, but I'm looking at it more like a 4-drop that has the upside of being able to be a late game threat if we have the extra mana. So our removal, we have 1 Fungal, 1 Shivan, 3 Fiery Intervention, 3, 4. I mean, I think that's like worth keeping. That's all good removal. There's no bad removal in there. So I think we actually want to run 18 lands here, which is 10, 17. It's always tricky in this situation. Like, okay, we have a few cards that are black that require double black. Especially Final Parting. That's a card like, if you don't have the double black for it, it's so bad. And then the issue with red is kind of like, we don't have any double red, so I feel okay having fewer mountains. But Shivan Fire is a card you want to have ready to go when you need it, and not drawing the mountain can be quite bad. With that said, I don't really see a way to... We can't run fewer forests. There's no way. Like, we need like this to be playable on 4. 7, so 11, 18 lands. I'm doing 18 lands just because I have so many big cost dudes. So we have to cut 2 cards. Maybe we don't need the Chronicler. But then again, same thing with if we have it in the opening hand with Freyalise, I want to be able to play it, so that's good. I can cut Marwyn and a Scout, or I can cut Final. I'm going to cut Final Parting just because of that swamp issue. We're going to be weaker on the card draw ability, but I'm just going to risk it, I guess. Wait, what did I just cut? I thought I just cut Dark Bargain. Do we have 2 Dark Bargain? Am I missing something? Final Parting. Oh, I didn't even want that in my deck. Yeah, okay, that works out. I was thinking of Dark Bargain, but yeah, I'm cutting Dark Bargain too. Okay. Do we even need this many swamps now? I'm not... I guess fungal infection is a reason to have the swamp early. I'd rather have Shivan Fire early than the swamp early. A Thalid too. We need to be able to play Thalid on as a 3-drop, so that's fine. 7, 11, 18. Okay. Alright, let's try it. Deck name too long. Okay, whatever. I don't care about the deck name. Big shit. So this deck is a lot different than the decks I've been drafting, which I feel happy about just because a lot of those decks I've been drafting haven't been doing so good. We need, it's going to feel good to just have those big dudes that can win the game, and enough of them that, because the previous decks, what happens is like, okay, I've got this big dude, I'm going to play it, and then they kill it, and you're like, oh well, that was it, that's all I had. We might see an issue here with where we just keep losing before we can get those threats down though, but we'll see. Well, this is a really solid opening hand, I would say. The real issue is we don't have a forest. The forest is our most plentiful land. Worst case, we play this as a 3-drop as our first interaction, which I'm okay with, I think. Come on. I don't want to play this on 2 anyway, but, you know, being able to play this next turn is going to be awesome. Damn it. Alright. We can still Thalid on 3. Totally good against Rat Colony. Even if he buffs the rat with another rat, the token can trade into it. Let's draw a forest, though, okay? If we draw a forest, we can play Marwyn. God damn it, okay. We do still have very strong stuff here. Like, once the mana is up, we play Marwyn into Scout. The Scout can... Well, we're not going to get the ramp for the Scout now that we didn't draw lands, but Marwyn will get bigger. She can help ramp. Freyalise is going to ramp. And then we just need to draw one big dude, and we should be able to slam it down. I think I want to block here. I think he has some kind of removal anyway, but, like, I'm happy to trade and then have his thing left over. Okay. So we're not drawing very good here. We did put 18 lands in, so our likelihood of getting land draw should be slightly higher than average, than what we're used to with 17, but you don't always get it. And we did have the option of mulliganing, so I mean, I can't just complain about unluckiness. I consciously said all we need to do is draw forest, but okay, yeah, that's cool. So I guess we discard the second song, since we're just drawing very poorly. He's not drawing well either. He hasn't been able to do anything. How good is it to have 2 song? I don't think it's worth it. Like, I'd rather keep the other stuff I have. Well, he's actually running a rat colony deck. Okay. I'm going to hit this with fungal infection because if I don't draw another land, I'm going to have to discard anyway. This at least does something. It's a very nice target for fungal infection. Does he have a buff or something? See, this is why this card is good though. Like, even if he does have a buff, I'm still going to get a token. So it's like, for 1 mana, that's pretty good value. Alright. Please draw a land. Oh, thank God. Okay, so we have 4 land available. I think we actually do this. It would be nice to get Marwyn ramping, but this is going to give us the most immediate ramp next turn with Freyalise. We'll be able to put the Phantom down, or Garna. Probably the Phantom, right? Then again, you can put Garna down and it gives everything else haste. So we could put Garna down, swing with her, and then put the Phantom down next turn and just hit with it immediately. He's got a shitload of land and nothing but... Like, I was complaining, but he's not drawing anything good either, so... Okay. How much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's, I think we just want to do this. I could use it as a hedge if he kills my shit or something, but I think maybe we just ramp out the Phantom and save. I don't know. There's like too much good stuff I can do here. Okay, let's play Freyalise. We're gonna play Freyalise anyway. Oh, I miscounted because it costs mana to do that. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available. Yeah, I think we just Phantom. This does get punished if he has more removal in hand, and he really might have more removal in hand because considering he has all this mana, yeah, he's got it. Okay. That's fine. We have more threats. That's an expensive removal card too. It kind of... Oh, well, he did it during my turn, so that's fine. Okay. Happy to see that. Alright. Let's, I think we can play everything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we can play 2 things. Let's just do Marwyn and Garna. There's also an argument of just like, maybe I should just be attacking with my Saprolings, but I want to be able to get the song value while I still have... Oh, I can do this still? Okay, cool. I guess I miscounted somehow. I'm trying to think of anything he could... And this is just insane value on the third tick of Freyalise, so we want to get all this stuff out. We should just be able to kill him next turn, probably. If we draw another creature, it will have haste, unless he removes Garnet. Yeah, he's dead. So that worked out. Pretty happy with that, because we took, like, all these expensive creatures, and we actually only drew one of them. It got removed, but we still won, because the Freyalise is just so strong. Yeah. And this was... Although I shouldn't really take too much stock in what happened, because we didn't draw our lands forever, and he apparently only drew land. He didn't draw any threats. Then again, he drafted a deck with 2 rat colonies in it, so I'm assuming he made some other errors during his... Alright, we 100% keep this. We have all of our land. We don't have a lot of early game stuff, but we have Shivan Fire in case he starts aggroing us. This is playable so long as we draw another forest relatively quickly. We do see red. That could indicate some kind of aggro, but I would not play that Gitu until I actually see the aggro coming, especially when I don't have another play next turn anyway. Like, okay. No reason to hit this yet. If it were going to be getting +1/+1, I might consider slamming it with Shivan, because I wouldn't want it to get out of too big that I can't deal with it. Now, I hope... You don't generally want to use this on like a 2-drop, but it does only do 2 damage. Okay, so this is why I didn't use it on the 2-drop, because now I can kill Valduk with it. I think he still gets the... No, he doesn't get the token. Okay, great. Yeah, so here we 100% play this for 4. Because, like, next turn we can play Lingering... Oh, no. We had 2 turns we can play Lingering Phantom, but... As a... White-red is very likely to have combat tricks. So, it's a bit sketchy to attack. I'd say it's more sketchy to block. Like, double strike deals both first strike and regular. Okay. So this would actually trade evenly with my 4/4. Meaning, I'm not going to attack. Because basically it would first strike me for 2, and then we would hit each other at the same time and kill each other. Whereas if I don't attack, this does not trade evenly with me. So even if he does combat trick, I'm getting a 2-for-1 if I block this. Alright, that's annoying. Oh, and it buffed it, so I'd have to trade 1-for-1. Unfortunately, I don't see a whole lot of other choices as far as like if I don't block, then he just keeps swinging for like a bunch every time. Though I could draw removal next turn, for instance, but I have plenty of things I need to remove, so it's kind of shit. Alright, I can do Lingering Phantom now. That's very helpful. This also has first strike, and now double strike. Not getting the removal that I need. I can Chronicler for Shivan Fire, I guess. to take this out. I mean, I don't have another play. I might as well do that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit, I can play this. How much better, like, okay, am I dead? How much better is it to just, like, get 7 damage right now? Or just use it to block this or whatever. I'm just gonna kill this. Let's do that. For some reason this feels better to me. Oh shit, I miscounted the... Damn it. Okay. Well, that sucks. I can still do both things next turn, I guess. I can chump with this if I really need to. I'll use this as a blocker. I just don't want to die. This is gonna be a big bomb. I want to slow the game down as much as I can. Putting this down and just attacking with it or using it to block is a little bit... Oh, come on, dude. Yeah. This is kind of the bigger threat to me right now. Because double strike on this, that's what's making the damage really go through. Alright. So this is going to hit for 6... 10. I can kill this, but killing this actually takes more damage off the table long term. But I can Shiv and fire it next turn. Let's just do this, because that can stay alive. And we'll chump. Chumpish. No, this is a true chump, because it's going to die. Am I missing something? Why? Oh yeah, this didn't get -2, because I only blocked with 1. Okay. So I think I'm dead. I think I just fucked up, right? Because I can... No, I can block with this and not die, I think. Well, no, because I'm going to have 1 health left unless he has a combat trick or something. I have to kill this with Shiv and Fire and then play this. If you can block... Okay. Really sketchy. Too bad I don't have the 1 mana left to put the Lingering Phantom back, but that's okay. Yeah, I can't attack. Though he is in a bit of a bind here because if he only has 1 card. If he attacks with everything, I'm still alive, and I can kill his Tiana. The problem is, having 1 health against this deck, he's going to draw Burn and kill me. This can kill him pretty quickly, but not quickly enough, probably. This is an okay play to make to help block, but yeah, I'm assuming he has something. All he needs is 1 combat trick. Well, this is okay. I can block everything now, so I'll take that. Unfortunately, I'm putting no pressure on him. And as soon as he draws any damage, any burn damage, I die. Then again, if I just draw another big threat, I'm in a pretty decent position. I have some pretty bad draws though, like Song of Freyalise is not a good draw. Well, that's good. Alright, what do I care the most about here? I almost don't want to use this yet. I think I need to use it because I can start attacking. If I kill the Disciple, then I'm free to attack with Daragaz and just block with these 2. But then that's an even trade, but they leave tokens behind. I think that's the play. So, because I just have to... I have to thread... Like, this kills him in 2 more swings. So getting 1 swing in is really, really big, no matter how you do it. The fact that I'm going to have to trade with this, it's not a huge deal because I leave a token behind. Oh, and he just passed this entire turn. That's so good for me. Okay. I'm going to hold this so he thinks I might have something. I don't need the extra land. Oh, that's so sick. That was so... That's such a good feeling to play, like... To claw back from behind like that, and to know that I made the good plays. Like... I didn't... I mean, maybe I misplayed somewhere, but... You know, like, it was one of those situations where I definitely had to do everything correctly, and I did it. Because if I had made like a small miscalculation or suboptimal thing, I probably would have been dead, because I went down to 1 health and managed to stabilize the board state. Okay, I don't think this is keepable. Being able to fungal is okay, but I just don't have enough land. Keeping. This is good. Very good. So we can actually ramp some land out, I think, this time with the scout. Maybe. Big iron. Hey, what's up? Yeah, that was pretty sick. This is why I play like... This is what I like the game for, you know? Like... It's like a similar feeling like when you're playing a fighting game and you just start firing on all cylinders and you like just scrape it out or whatever against somebody who's a little bit better than you or whatever. The thing with this game, I'm not at the point now where I can tell how good a player is necessarily. You know, like you have their deck. How good is their deck? We had a guy playing like Rat Colony, and I'm like, you're probably not good if you're taking Rat Colony. You can see people misplaying sometimes, but I haven't experienced the feeling of like, wow, this guy really knows his shit just from the way they play. I guess it takes like more experience to see that. Alright, so we get the very rare instance of this guy actually ramping. Sometimes it's like, do I really want to do that instead of this? But I think yes, because I got the ramp. The thing with this is like, if he has removal in his big hand, he's going to use it on the better thing now. Whereas if I played the Shepherd last turn, he's kind of like not wanting to remove anything really. Okay, so now he's forced to play Skin Witch for tempo. Totally happy with that. Alright, we're drawing some bombs, but we don't have any land left. That's fine. I will not attack with the Scout, because if he has... He's only got 1 mana up. He could... I don't think he can do anything. I think I just attack it all in, right? He would need... He could have fungal infection, but that would only take this down to 1 health, so I don't think he can do that. Song of Freyalise would be our best draw next turn. If we draw Song of Freyalise, we will be able to just slam down Darakas and win the game. And we have 2 Freyalise in the deck, so... Oh yeah, How long have you been playing Guilty Gear now? Yeah, that's not gonna do the job. Shit, we got our best draw. Hell yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know if we have enough mana to do it just yet, but because I always forget you have to pay 2 mana to put the song down. Three, 4, 5, 6. We have enough to play Garna, which is like totally good. So here's the cool thing we can do with Garna. We can... Well, actually, he doesn't even have any good trades, does he? So what do we value more? Having Garna do 3 damage, or having him think he can get a trade with this, and then... Oh, well, we have to tap our guys to summon Garna. So, we want to attack with the 4/4. No, combat. God damn it. Did I fuck that up? Yes, I did. Okay. I was not trying to do that. Let's just play Garna. We'll take a turn off. 500 hours. Nice. Which character are you playing? I think we're fine to take a turn off like that. This is going to tick eventually and buff them all. We should be able to put Dargaz down next turn for sure now. I don't want to do the Gorger. Let's manual tap. It's so tedious to manual tap. So, mountain, swamp, forest. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter what color. 4. This is haste. It's so insane. Soul. Yeah, Soul is really fun. Like, I'm happy that I played Kai, but I think Soul is just like his conversion potential is just so strong. Like connecting like mid-screen with a counter hit and just doing like the most ridiculous amount of damage. But his combos seem pretty hard. Like I dicked around with them some, but I always thought it was really tricky to know like the optimal conversion for a lot of random stray hits and stuff like that. I started playing like Magic about a week or 2 ago. I played Hearthstone for like since it came out, on and off. The thing with Hearthstone, the thing with me and Magic and Hearthstone, okay, I need to mulligan because we don't have a forest. That worked out for us last time, so we'll do that again. It hurts to drop like early, these aren't really that good anyway, so. Wow. I don't think we can ever keep, Jesus Christ, do we ever mulligan down to 4 cards? I don't think it's right. I'm gonna just try it. Yeah, okay. It's brutal. Yeah, I don't like when Guilty Gear changes staple moves like that. The 6H, I don't like his new 6H at all. I don't like the new Kai 6H either. It looks really stupid. And he's aggro, so we mulligan down to like 4 cards against aggro. This is not looking good. And we have our most expensive card in hand. But my problem with Hearthstone was like, you have this game that I don't think Blizzard really intended it to be a competitive game in the first place. Okay, I can ramp this guy. I can use the ramp, but then I can't block with it, and he's gonna get 3 damage in. Unfortunately, I think I just have to do that. Like, we need to be able to play like stuff as soon as possible. I'm willing to sack 3 damage for that to happen. But yeah, like Hearthstone has, they don't have like the infrastructure for it to be competitive built into the game at all. So like the ladder system is just really boring. It resets every month. It's more about like how long you play more than how well you play. And I don't have time to actually ladder high. Alright, let me think about this. We're going to use this as a combat trick for when he attacks next turn. We're just going to chill. And so for Magic, like, I always wanted to play it, but they didn't have a good online client. Magic the Gathering Online is just, like, awful. It looks ugly as shit. I don't want to pay to play that. But, okay, so we want to take out his most valuable threat. I'm saying this is the most valuable now, and this will also allow us to stay alive. We do have to worry about combat tricks, but at this point... Whoops. No. At this point, we need to, like, stem damage as much as possible. Let's see if he combat tricks. God damn it, why would you... So it's... Okay, it gets first strike. So I don't even get to... Fuck, man. Okay. I'm not gonna do that now. Because he's just gonna die. And there's no target for this anymore. I did prevent the damage at least. I made him use a combat trick. But, oh, god damn it, dude. So we're, a lot of mana off from being able to play that. This is like... You know, when you do a mulligan, and you see the next can that comes back is still bad, it's like, okay, well, every time you mulligan, the likelihood that your next hand is going to be better is pretty low. But sometimes you just can't, like, afford to do it anymore, and I probably mulliganed one too many times at least. Okay. Pretty decent draw. This is going to allow us to leverage the fungal infection, hopefully, to take out some threats. The issue is he probably has more... God damn it, dude. Okay, fine. I do at least get to play this again and put another token down. Oh no, he's going to take the token away. Okay. That just kills the token. I think I'm pretty dead here. Then again, if I get one big creature down, it really helps. It kind of shuts the board like this out a bit. Alright, we can... I think we can just... We want to use the fungal infection, honestly, because it's all we have. Like, we might as well take out the thing that's hardest to take out. We can that wouldn't die to Shivan Fire, this would die to Shivan Fire. Okay. No attack. We just need to chump block as much as, like, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. This is what we're one land off of playing Dargaz. Ideally, we draw, so it's all about preventing damage now. I can't, like, afford to take a value trade or whatever. I think I just have to take out the biggest. The thing is, this isn't going to be able to get any good value. Whereas I could do this kind of, like, this kind of trade and then chump block, but I just have to take that guy out. And then I'll just chump here. I need to be able to draw, like, a few more times. And Oh, thanks, chicken tempura. Am I dead? 2, 4, 5, 6, but I can block once. I'm probably pretty dead. We'll see. Any little damage buff and I'm dead. Yeah, I never played Dragon Ball Fighter. It got announced like when my wife was pregnant, and I just knew I was never going to be able to play it. I never got into any game like Marvel, the games with assist and stuff like that. I'd be kind of if I had like a lot of time, I'd be interested to try it, but not enough that I actually would ever play it now. But it does look like a pretty cool game if you're into the Marvel style games, I guess. I was kind of looking back on like Guilty Gear and Street Fighter 4. I felt like I like Guilty Gear a lot. I do think Guilty Gear is a better game in general, but the way they both games have really high skill ceiling. Okay, so I learned my lesson. I am not going to mulligan this, even though I don't have any decent early plays other than Shift and Fire. I'm not going to give away a hand that is 4 land and 3 spell. That card sucks. If he plays that, it means he doesn't know what he's doing, but he can still beat me. Alright. And like, I feel like the way the skill ceiling on Guilty Gear is, it's just like, you know, the fact that you have to learn so many character-specific combos. Okay, weird. You have to learn all these character-specific. I kind of want to play this for tempo. It's just a 1-3 though. Like, if it were like a 3-1, I would do it, but it's a 1-3. I'm not gonna do it. And you get like, it's so hard to do some of the stuff in Guilty Gear, and when you look at like who wins the tournaments and stuff like that, it's just like the Japanese people who have the ability to actually like, I don't know. There's some stuff about Guilty Gear that kind of bothers me that I don't know that I like so much. And in some ways, I really liked how Street Fighter 4 was more like footsies based and stuff. But Street Fighter 4 had so many issues with it too. A lot of stuff I really didn't like. And Street Fighter 5 just totally dropped the ball, and it was just shit. Like, I just didn't like it at all. It just felt like how could they even make that game? So it's good to see like ArcSys is still making actual good games and not just like fucking up. And yeah, like I don't really expect to get a lot of people who like Magic. It's kind of these. Okay, Shivan Fire is amazing for that card. Just slam it down. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, it's just kind of like, you know, my YouTube channel is all fighting game stuff, and then I'm suddenly playing something else, and I don't really expect people to jump on it or anything. It's just like, by the same token though, I'm not gonna like make a new YouTube channel or something like that, and then have to start from like nothing. Even if it's just like a few fighting game people that are interested, I'm fine with that. Clayton, no, I never saw any combo videos. It's like I never got into combo videos, honestly. Like I've seen a few. I think some of them are cool, but I just never was much into watching them. I was always just like too practical. Like I only want to see combos that you do in matches, and I don't care about the cool ones. But I don't know. I know that a lot of them are pretty well done. A lot of people are into them. I just could never do it for some reason. Okay, how many? 4, 5, 6. We need one more swamp to play him, and that's pretty much game over if we play that. So Gitu 4, 5, 6. We can kick Gitu, I guess, and get the Shivan Fire back. Might as well. I almost wanted to play him for tempo anyway, just to clear out these tokens. So getting Shivan Fire back, as much as it like, it's nicer to get. Well, I guess Shivan is just as good as Fiery almost in most cases, so it's fine. If we attack with the Shepherd, he can double block. Nah, I'm cool with that. Doing that. Yeah, the cards are really cool. I kind of want to play in real life too, but it's the same issue for why I really can't play fighting games. You know, like going to a place and playing, and spending time there, and being out of the house with a kid. And it's the same reason I really just can't play fighting games that much. Okay, what is this gonna do? He's gonna keep making tokens. He can sacrifice 2 to draw. These are kind of annoying, but I can't exactly Shivan Fire them or Fire Intervention them. That's just absolutely ridiculous. I guess I can play Daragaz and win the game. Yeah, they stack the tokens. And when there's more than 4, it just like says 4, but it doesn't actually show all the tokens, I think. Just so the board, because sometimes you have like hundreds, not hundreds, but you have like dozens of tokens on the board and stuff, and it would just get too cluttered otherwise. So going all attack exposes me to, he can block with 3 and it would take 7, 6, 5, 4, it would be down to 4. He could kill it with sacking a token and using that sacrifice card, but I think I just do it. This thing comes back to life on its own, and he has no real pressure going, so I just kind of let him do it, I think. So then if I draw a swamp, then I just play Cosmo. I think I've already won the game, but it's interesting, like Magic and fighting games, one of the big differences is like, in a fighting game, when there's a skill differential between the players, it's like, is it my turn? Yeah, hold on, what am I doing? Song of Freyalise, doesn't really do anything, I guess, but, oh, it can get me Khazrav out next turn, so I'll do that, I guess. I guess I do it after combat. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the skill differential, when there's like a fighting game, and you're playing against somebody, not just better than you, but like, you know, there's tiers of how much better you are than somebody a lot of times. And it's like, if somebody's a tier better than you, you basically can almost never beat them. Like if you play best 2 out of 5, best 3 out of 5 matches or something, you're pretty much never going to beat that person in an extended set. Just because like, that's how the skill ceiling is so high, and there's really no randomness to speak of. And so if you're better than someone, you just always win. And I like that a lot of the time with fighting games. I just like that you can show somebody like, hey, look, I've put the effort into this, and the product of that is that you're never going to beat me, no matter what you do. Like, you're just never going to win. It's kind of cool to just have, you know, like you go to a local meetup and there's just this whole group of people that are never going to beat you, and you know when you play them they're never going to beat you, and it's cool to see when they level up and actually start being able to beat you if they put in more effort than you or whatever. But what I don't like about that sometimes is like, you can have situations where you're playing with you're at a meetup, and there's, just like I said, there's a whole group of people that will never beat you, and maybe the meetup that day is just all people worse than you, and so the whole meetup just turns into you like beating people for 50 matches in a row, some people are into that, but a lot of times you can tell they're just like, hey, I don't want to just keep getting beat by this one guy over and over. But I have talked about it before. I'm totally fine when it's the other way around, when there's somebody better than me and I just get to play them 50 times. I'm happy with that. Yeah, people get shook during trading card games for sure. It's he's gonna probably take out Freyalise. I know I would. What? Okay, fine, I'll take that. Yeah, like you can get shook in a trading card game because there's so many decisions you have to make. In limited, I'm playing limited. It's drafting is considered limited, meaning you have free decision making on your deck. You're limited to what the draft offers you, and so on. Let me say, just give me a second here. In limited, the decisions aren't that complicated. Sometimes it gets there, but not super often, I guess. Whereas in, I'm gonna play this next turn for more value. I don't have anything to ramp into anyway. In constructed, I think you get much more complicated situations, and you know your opponent's deck better. And in trading card games, I've been listening to a lot of like high-level players talk about them and stuff, and they talk a lot about win percentage. So what it is a lot of the time is you're saying like, what should I do that, because there's a lot of hidden information, and you're thinking like, if they had this, if they do this, I should do this. And it's not necessarily what do I think is going to work right now. It's what is the more statistically strong play to make. And that means like sometimes making a play just because you know that if you make that play in that situation, 4 out of 5, if you make that play in that situation, it's going to benefit you 3 out of 5 times, whereas another play might benefit you 2 out of 5 times. Yeah, I think it's similar to poker. I never actually played poker, but a lot of the Magic players make comparisons to poker relatively often. I'm not going to attack because I don't want to lose these guys to a combat trick. I want to be able to channel out the Phantom. So yeah, it's like poker, but there's more variability because there's so many more different cards and than there are just like hands of poker and stuff like that. And you are time limited too, so people get like, they get flustered and misplay, and it's very easy to misplay. But the thing is, like with a fighting game, the ice of the better player pretty much always wins, so you can very easily outclass people. I don't quite understand how it works in trading card games. Like, you get, I think a lot of times you end up with people who like can win more. They do those decisions correctly so much of the time that ultimately they. All right, we're gonna tap. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. What am I fucking this up here? I have 2 black, 3 green, 3, 4, 5. So I need 1 more. Yeah, okay. I should have waited to do that, but I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally tap this dude. I'm just gonna attack with him. He's free to trade if he wants. But yeah, I think like in Magic, you can't know that you're going to win a tournament just because you're the best player at the time, because there's too much like luck factor that comes in or something. Whereas in a fighting game tournament, I really do think, like if you look at a Guilty Gear tournament or a Street Fighter 5, when you have somebody like Ogawa on the top of their game, or Omito, and Omito is saying like, yeah, I think I never dropped my combo, I've played all of these matchups against the best Japanese players consistently. I'm going to take this tournament. And he might say, I'm going to take this tournament unless this other Japanese player that I know is just a little bit worse than me manages to peak, or you know, like it's just so much more set in stone who's going to win, which a lot of times is a good thing. I don't need to kill this right now. I'm just going to fungal here. I'll do it as before combat because I just want to get more damage through. Maybe he can. Okay, he can. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how it works in Magic necessarily with the highest level play, but I'm really interested in it, and I just think it's kind of cool that sometimes a weaker player can win. I mean, in a way that's not necessarily like the way they do it in fighting games with Street Fighter V, where they try to just really simplify a lot of the mechanics. I don't feel like that really, and they tried to do the same thing in Street Fighter 4, and it just never works. Where they try to like put in stuff like, what are they doing for it? Like in 5, they tried to remove one-frame links in what is it? There was something I always complained about in 4. I'm blanking on it right now. But just general stuff where they try to make it easier for a new player, but it doesn't actually make it easier for a new player. It just makes it worse for good players. And it doesn't level the playing field at all. It just makes the game shitty. So parry, I don't know. I don't think parry is that important in 5, is it? Like, I know some characters can do it, but it doesn't really do much. 5 is more like the way that they simplified the fact that like every character, I forgot how many frames it is, but like the fastest move any character could have, I think, is a 3 is it 3 or 2 frame? Oh, they made parrying easier. Yeah, I mean, but I don't think that really affects the game at any level, right? Whereas in Third Strike it would have affected stuff, but in 5 it doesn't really matter. Like I've never really played it seriously, but I've watched enough tournament footage to see that parrying is not a significant part of the game. So this is strong keep. I have all 3 lands. I've got a lot of 3 drops. I think this is really good. But like in 5, you know, they made it so the fastest move you could have, I think, is 3 frame. It's 2 or 3 frame, I can't remember. And so you have a thing where like certain characters are differentiated by whether or not they have access to a 3 frame normal. The dragon, that was the that was my pack 1 pick 1. It was basically it requires blue, green, and black. And I was on the fence, like, should I play this? Because if I play it, I have to do all 3 colors here. And it's really expensive, and I have to try the ramp. So I took it, hoping that I could build around it, and I was able to build around it, and it's paying off because this deck is really kind of on fire, it looks like. Okay, so we have a few choices here. This card makes me think he's aggro. Just picking it off with Shivan Fire would feel good, but I think it's mana inefficient. We have several plays we can make. We can play Thallid or Shepherd. Shepherd feels better because Shepherd can trade into the mage, and it has a token. Thallid could also trade into the mage, but I'd rather have the 3 damage survive to push in with. This is also better for Frey Elise if we draw it. Okay, so we're really happy we saved our Shivan Fire. This is a much juicier target than the mage. Um, so I think he's never gonna block with this. I'm trying to think if he's more likely to block if I kill this. I just want to trade here. So we don't attack with this though, because then he can trade like that. So we just attack here. Whoops, whoops. Okay. Okay, cool. I mean, whatever. He didn't do it, but that's fine. So, there's an argument to be made that maybe I should wait and see if he tries to buff that. The problem is if he buffs it and it buffs the health, then I can't kill it anymore with that card. So, all right. I'm gonna go for this again. I want to have more tokens out. Just go wide. A little bit risky because red does have a card that kills 1/1 tokens. It's a 4 mana card, I think. It kills all the 1/1s and it gives me the 3. It doesn't just kill 1/1s. It does 1 damage to all enemy creatures. Yeah, all enemy creatures. All right. Can we play Garna? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can play Garna. So, what we can do here is just, like, check it out. Okay, later, man. Thanks for chatting. It might be. I definitely enjoy doing it. It's just that, I don't want to, like, end up with losing priority. Like, I'm not gonna do it every night. I'll try to do it like 2 or 3 nights a week, maybe, if I can. If I'm gonna draft, I like to stream it. If I draft, I might as well stream it. But sometimes when I draft, I can't like do it all at once. Like, if I'm doing it in multiple sittings, I don't really like to stream that much. But yeah, thanks for watching. So he played 3, 4, 5, 6. He was 1 mana short of being able to kick that from line control, so I'm really happy with that. So all my creatures have haste now. I can't play both of these, but I can play this for haste. Although playing this for haste would give the token haste too. Pretty good. I can also fiery on this 3/1. I don't usually like using removal like this. The thing is, he's got no cards left, and I'm just like totally winning. So I'm just gonna pop one of these guys. I'm not gonna attack with Garna because I don't want him to trade there. I maybe shouldn't have done the fire intervention. Like, I know I justified it, but that it kind of violating the idea that you don't really want to play risky when you're already ahead. You want to play conservatively. But I think the fact that he was so low on his skills is what pushed me to do this. Because now, like, I don't think he can survive this pressure. And seriously, 1 more land draw, and the Phantom's coming down. 2 more land draws, and the Phantom's coming down. Okay, so yeah, I should have held on to my removal, I guess. Alright, let me think about this. I can... Yeah, not getting this land is really starting to hurt. because I guess Marwyn is the land. I just need to. The problem is I've already fucked up, so I think. What do you think about this? So he can only block with Lyra, but I can't attack because it will give him 5 more health. The real issue is if he has any buff, I'm kind of fucked. But I just have to chill here, I think, because I can't give him 5 extra health for free. Oh, they both have flying, so I'm down to 1. But I think my haste should... Oh, they gave me lifeline too. Okay, this... Yeah, I think I just lost. Are there angels you control? This is an angel. Okay, fuck me, man. So what's my best option here is... I can attack for... I mean, all I can do is all-in attack. Is it going to do 21 damage? Yes or no? If no, I lose the game. 5. There's no way that's 21, so... So I misplayed pretty bad and lost. Bad cards here. Hey, what's up? We were doing pretty well until that one, I would say. I mean, we're down 2 right now, but we're at 5-2. 5 is my threshold for a good draft. Anything else I can win is just, like, awesome. So let's try to drive it home if we can. Big misplays. I think I misplayed pretty hard there. I should not have used fire intervention. That was just straight up misplay. I was justifying it as wanting to close the game out. It was going to let me put more pressure down and hopefully kill him quickly. But what it ultimately did was it allowed him to put a threat down that went unanswered and claw his way back into the game. If I had just waited, I would have been able to kill the flyer, and that would have been a totally different game. This is a really good opening hand, though. I got my ramp, I got my Gorger. So the Gorger is, oh, I got Freyalise too, holy shit. Okay. Let me think about this then. So we do this no matter what. If we, we can play the, we have to play Freyalise to guarantee the Gorger next turn. Because then we can tap this as for a forest. Because if we don't draw a land, so I guess we just play Freyalise now. I was thinking about holding it, but I don't have any other stuff to spend the mana on if I don't use this now. He is just a poo head. Who is? Okay. So interesting choices here. If we play this, can we play Daragaz? Yes or no? This is going to put 2 more creatures down. 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I believe... Oh, no. It's already on 2 count, so we don't get it. So we just play the Gorger then, I guess. Can I kick it? No. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. Why? Oh, we had to tap that for a forest, right. Read the previous comments. Oh, that guy? Chicken Tempura? Eviscerate? Fuck, okay. Well, that's okay, I think. It's not optimal, but we're okay. Eviscerate is like the best removal in this format. One of the best, at least. And he used it already on us, so we like that. Alright, I don't know who you're talking about then. Like Big Iron is the only one who's been talking, so other than Chicken Tempura. Cyclops, okay. We can just blast that, I think. So, I don't have a swamp yet. Also, I don't have enough mana to use this, apparently. So, that sucks. Not gonna attack then. Oh, your long comment didn't show for me. I just saw you say hi, and then he is just a poohead. That's all I saw. Yeah, this is sketchy looking. Another Cyclops, okay. Fortunately, we can hold his board. God damn it, dude. Draw a fucking land. Okay. Maybe it was too long and it got like filled. It didn't go through or something like that. He's got Marwyn too. Interesting. Please give me a land. I mean, I can't complain too much about just getting the board even wider, because he's never going to kill me with this board and this board. But, I guess if he puts down like a really, really big dude. That's annoying. Give me a land. Oh, thank God. Okay, so unfortunately there's a lot of targets left here now. I think we have to kill this. I'd like to kill the Cyclops too. This is just kind of buying us time really at this point. But we just have to do like... Maybe we kill the Cyclops first. No, we just kill this because it's going to damage us. You can eventually get too big and to kill with Fiery. No real reasonable attacks here, unfortunately. We just need to get enough land out, or another creature that actually can compete with the board. We're just at a stalemate here. That's annoying. That's actually going to start pushing damage through. He lost Golem and Animus. Who's Primal Hunt Cheeks? You don't like Niv Mizzet? I don't like playing against Niv Mizzet. Okay, this really sucks we don't have a swamp. Like, Fiery Intervention on this is reasonable, I think, because if I don't, it's hitting me for 3 every time. I really wanted to kill one of these Cyclopses though, because they're preventing my ground dudes from going in. I don't really care about this. Maybe it will get bigger, but it'll take forever, I think. I'm just worried if I don't do this now, I'm going to regret it. He's going to get significant damage in, so I think I have to do it. It kind of sucks. Because what I'm going to regret is when he throws down something way scarier than that. I'm like, oh, well. If I get another Song of Freyalise, it's not even that good. What I really need is just, like, land, I guess. Oh, he's just got another one of those. Okay. he lost Vicious and Divest. I'm glad to not have to deal with either of those. So now we just saw he had a Divest in his deck. We actually really don't want to play the Thallid then. Although the Divest would have just killed this. He would have taken that. Thorn Elemental would be good if we had the mana to play it. We are 1 mana short, believe it or not. I was memeing and said Gob SWAT team was better than MS. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really care if you criticize cards. So, we're totally fine when this guy comes down. This is also very good. He can multi-block this pretty hard. This doesn't do a whole lot right now, but if he goes off with it, it's gonna become a problem. We might want to start chump blocking soon, when possible. Can I please get a land? Oh my god, that's not bad, but like... Oh wait, so the tokens replicate this themselves as well, right? So it's just going to become completely out of control. Is that accurate? Shivan Fire doesn't really do a whole lot then, does it? I mean, taking the Acolyte out is going to save the most damage, I guess. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, this is just going to endlessly replicate, I guess. You got 4 subs. That's like pretty good, considering I don't know how anybody gets subs. Like if you just start from nothing, like who's gonna watch you? You know, like when you're just like at the bottom of the page, no one's gonna ever. Okay, I guess I lose here, right? He's got unlimited tokens, and this guy can just kill all my guys. He's just attacking with that. I'm not gonna if I block this, then this just becomes a 5/5, so I can't really block it. I would say at this point, it was not a misplay to Shivan Fire last turn. There's our land. Okay, this is where we really want to figure out how we can actually win. If I play this, I can block. If I play this and don't attack, I can block the 4/4. But this ground army is going to swarm me eventually. How much chump block? Because if I play this and then this, maybe I just kill him. But I can't block very well. That's the problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can prevent 6 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 1 turn. But I'm going to take like... I think I'm dead in like 2 to 3 turns if I just go all offense. I think I have to play defensive. In which case, I should just do this. It sucks to not attack when you have haste in this situation, but I don't think I win by attack. Well, no, maybe I do, actually, because if he blocks, I'm happy with it. I don't think I win by not attacking either, right? The only reason I have a lot of subs is because, I mean, a lot is relative. I only have like 2,000, but like one of my first Street Fighter tutorials got posted on Event Hubs, and that gave me like all of my momentum that I ever had, basically. And then, but I never really put a lot of value in growing my channel or anything like that either. So, all right, we just want to prevent as much damage as possible. Not just this turn though, as many turns as we can. So, when is it better to double block? When is it better to jump? We can take out a Cyclops by double blocking it, but then we take more damage this turn. What's going on here? I think that's correct. I think. Oh yeah, I know you're just joking around, but I'll check out your channel. Oh, I forgot you can do that too. Yeah, that's cool. My thought process on this is like I can potentially just Thorn Elemental next turn, swing with Dargaz again, but that's only 14 damage, so I need to pull some other damage out of the thin air. We can just keep doing that. He doesn't even have to tap. Oh my god, fuck me, man. So this is just going to become like immense. Did I have to use a timeout because of that? Yeah, so I could get back a fiery intervention and not kill this. I can attack for 7. I'm just dead. I mean, I'm just... Unfortunate end. I mean, I don't think I misplayed that game. I mean, probably I did do some kind of misplay, but there was no like major misplay, which is my, as a beginner to drafting, 5-3 is my threshold for a good draft. So I think I did pretty well this time. Got 2 packs, cool. When you win 5, your chance every time you win, your bonus pack percentage goes up. So I had a 35% chance and hit it. Oh, thank you. I had a really good deck, like, and not just because I drafted it well, but like I was offered a lot of good bombs and stuff like that. But I did kind of change my my attitude toward drafting this time and said I really needed to prioritize the threats, and that felt a lot better. So I'm going to try to do that again, especially on my next Gatafari. Cool. Especially on my next competitive draft, I want to, when I'm playing Guilds of Ravnica, I want to really prioritize getting the stuff that wins the game and worrying less about like synergies or sticking to certain players and stuff like that. That's good too. Pretty good packs here. I wish these are real cards and not just Arena. So let me check out your channel. Is it Bad Cards Here is the YouTube channel name? Yeah, that's you, 4 subs. You just do like... Oh, okay, it's like a... You've got a 1 subscriber special. Alright, I'll sub. You got 5 subs now. And I lost the chat window apparently. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't make the wrong decisions, but maybe I should go back and watch the game sometime tomorrow and say, hey, maybe I did make a wrong decision at some point. I don't think the mulligan was wrong. We had a good land mix and stuff, but there were a few times where I had removal and I used it. Those are all really big moments where you can. I guess the problem in that game is those Cyclopses just stalled out the board. But maybe I could have attacked with my shit and cleared out some of his stuff. I don't think that would have worked though. Probably yeah. The swamp just not coming out hurt me a lot. The other thing though to think about is that you go back to the draft. Can I even see my deck again? Probably not. Or no, it's too much work to see it. You go back to the draft, and I didn't take any mana fixing. Like that deck had 0 mana fixing, so there were probably times when I took a card that I didn't really need, and yeah, I mean I'm overanalyzing so that I do better next time. But yeah, I think I'm happy with how I did. Yeah, and there are definitely matches where you just I don't know if you were there, but I mulliganed down to 4 because every mulligan I had no land, and then I just died. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to listen to what the better players say about those kind of situations and see they don't, you just kind of have to take it for what it is and figure out the best way to play and maximize the amount of wins you get and stuff like that. I guess that's what it comes down to. But I guess I'm done streaming for now. Thank you guys for watching. I was happy that people were actually chatting tonight. It makes it more fun. And I'll probably see you later. Don't know when. Later.